Okay. That's it, yeah. Welcome to my live stream. Or if you're watching this after the fact, then yeah, it's not a live stream. It's just straight up a fucking video for you. To the worst live stream on earth. Yeah. Or the worst video on earth. Oh boy. Oh, let me see. Yeah. There. There, I'm live streaming. There you go. I'll just be sharing this around a bit. Yeah, okay, I'm live streaming. Yeah. Okay. Whoa, get out of there. Shit. Where do I go? Okay. Let me see. Stream now. Events. Okay, come on. There we go. Come on. Okay. All right. Huh. Oh. So far, I guess I'll just wait for some viewers or whatever. But yeah. So don't know what to talk about. My brain has been farting a lot today. Just big wet farts coming out of my brain. I mean, my eyes feel really weird right now. Right? I woke up like really shit. I woke up so early that my eyes right now, they feel like they're fucking oozing like slime or some shit. Icy as fuck. I feel like somebody's using my eyelids to masturbate. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, I've just been feeling like shit. Well, it says I have a viewer. One. You want to say hi or anything? I'm just going to pop that chat out and just... Let's see if I can get that. Let me see here. Screen share. Applicant window. Let me see if that's going to work. Present to everyone. Go ahead and see. Is it working? No. No, it's not. Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna fuck me. Fuck me. I'm gonna have to, let me try showing that as a tab. Come on. Do what I tell you to do. Okay. There you go. Shit, I'm gonna have to do something here for a sec. Whoa. No. No. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. That'll do. Except for one thing. Hold on, I'm missing something. What am I doing? Holy shit, I have no fucking idea. I'm just like going fucking crazy here. I have no idea what I'm doing because I'm a goddamn ditz. Okay, pop out the chat again. Excuse me. Now, screen share. Entire screen. That should do it. Good. And I think that'll do. Yeah, I think that should do it. Okay. So, for whoever's watching, hi, how you doing? Please talk in the chat. Just, say something. please. Okay, I'm really fucking right. I'm live streaming. I got 2 people. You need to talk. I mean, for all I know, you could just be figments of my fucking imagination. Or the Matrix, like I'm in the Matrix and it's trying to got people watching me or something. Oh man. But yeah, I know that lately there I've gotten a boost thanks to the video that I made about Seth and the fact that What the What made a Seth video, right? So I guess there. But yeah, essentially, I don't tend to make videos talking about people usually, but I do that. So don't expect me to regularly talk about Seth or whatever. You know, it's like not something I regularly plan to do. Man. Whatever, you know. Hold on. Fuck, no. Turn that fucking down. Holy shit. Okay. It says I have now. Oh no. But yeah. So I just got done watching an anime, right, called City Hunter. And I'm not gonna lie, that anime was not bad. It was pretty old, pretty retro. But the thing about it is, like, I like it's just really cringy, right? Because of like the main character. He's basically like like an old school prototype to Hyodo Issei, although a lot more classier in the way he's portrayed, you know. I mean, DD, high school DD, you know, or DXD, whatever. Hyodo Issei. Oh boy, that guy's a fucking embarrassment for a fucking main character. He's really a big embarrassment. But from City Hunter, a lot more classy. But I guess it's what you get when you have like a series created by from a time that wasn't oversaturated with like the kind of shit we have now, you know. Because the main character, he's an adult too, you know, at his 20s. He might be approaching 30, maybe. I don't know. But he's a lot more mature about his like his shit or whatever, you know. He's not sitting around just getting like he looks like super retarded when he's perving out, but he's super retarded all the fucking time. And at least the main character, Ryo Saiba of City Hunter, he has like this kind of disposition. He has a catchphrase, right? Kind of a catchphrase for his perversions, while Issei just kind of goofballs his fucking face out. And Ryo is, you know, genuinely a fucking cool guy. The way he's like, he's not cringy cool where you've got this 14-year-old mentality. You know, it's like, oh, main character has some plot convenience superpower. No, he's just like Ryo. He's just really good with the gun. Okay, gun. He can fucking shoot like 7 bullets straight through the same fucking hole. Yeah. Oh, now I have no watchers. Well, holy fuck. Fuck me. Oh, fuck me, man. It's no fun. Ryo Saiba, pretty cool guy. I haven't like finished it, but I've started watching it, you know. I saw the Jack was basically based around City Hunter though. Overall, I think, you know, Jackie Chan, he's pretty much borderline like that kind of anime character in real life. Like when he makes his movies, he's got those facial expressions, you know. So he's pretty good for the fucking movie. It's not the best movie he's been in. It's the movie where that he was like knocked into an arcade machine and he turned into Chun-Li from Street Fighters. God. He fucking turned into a transgender Chun-Li. Oh my god, that is terrible. if Chun-Li got like a sex operation, like hormone therapy, and just started turning into a more masculine looking person, you know? Holy shit. That was just really cringy. I don't know. I haven't gotten far enough into City Hunter to assume that that's something that all that well. But I am closing in on an episode where he does have to cross dress, apparently. But goes that far that Jackie Chan, when he was betraying Chun Li, he was like just really into it. I don't know if he'd be that into it. But cross dresses, I don't think he'd be that into it, you know, where he'd be mimicking her mannerisms and shit, you know, like her victory poses and all, and victory poses and shit. Oh my god. But yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that. Stop that for a sec. Let me see. Okay, where do I go? I want to no. No. I want to share the. Okay, I want to share my video. I'm gonna send this to. Who am I gonna send it to? Okay. I don't know. Who am I gonna share this shit to? Okay, I just gotta go to the fucking video, I guess, and just pick a sharing place just to dump my shit into the right toilet. No, let me see. Pick a Google place, I guess. I don't know, place on Google Plus. That's where I usually share my garbage. I don't know, the public. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I shared it to the public because I'm not gonna any like specific communities, you know. I usually only share my shit like if it's like a video, you know, like if I'm just like if I'm making it's like an anime review, I'll share it to an anime community. I'm not gonna fucking share a fucking live stream, okay? Unless I'm like a living anime character, I'm not gonna share my live stream just to anybody. Go to Tumblr maybe. Tumblr. If I can convince some of the few there who might like this shit to join. I just share my shit to everywhere, you know. Oh, fuck. That's okay. Well, fuck that shit then. It's not loading. So, yeah. Um. Oh man. Okay. Hold on a sec. I don't know. Maybe I can get somebody to I don't know, jump in the call and just join in. I don't have anybody else. No. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. if you are even awake. No, he's probably asleep. Okay, no. Who might want to join? Anybody? Oh god. Okay, he's offline. The hell? Well, let me see. Let me try some people on Discord, I guess. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. A lot. Okay, I don't know why. I'm just human. I just fucking burp. I'm like a walking gastric infection. I don't know whatever you gotta call it. Oh boy. Just respond. The guy I'm gonna be talking to. But yeah, I saw City Hunter. Like Shitty Hunter or some shit. Shitter Hunter. It's like I don't know, some fucking I'm like when I city, you know? It's like there's like just a saliva building up near my tongue, just makes it feel like I'm about to mispronounce. I probably do. City Hunter. Yeah. And who knows, there's probably gonna be like sometimes I might like just feel for no reason I'll just do like some dumb Sean Connery accent or an attempt at it and I'll be like for the word city shitty. You're shitty. Welcome to my Gotham or like some Bane accent, Welcome to city. Gotham City. Welcome to city. Yeah, I don't know. I call it Gotham City. But yeah. So tours again. Okay. You want to talk? You could say something, please. I'm lonely here. I got nobody to talk to. I'm just sitting here talking to myself like a fucking lunatic. Like I'm fucking crazy, okay? I'm a loony motherfucker. Oh, now I'm back down to 0 viewers. Are you fucking kidding me? Come on. Like, what the hell is wrong with Google Plus? Or not Google Plus, Google Hangouts? Same shit. Same shit. Shit. Same shit. Started from Google Plus, I guess. I guess that's where that shit started. People would do. I remember back in the day, right? When Google Plus first or was starting to really get popular, I guess, for like all those lives, like not live streams, but hangouts that they would do, like chats. I guess not private because it's kind of public, but it's private in that you wouldn't find them on YouTube. You just find people jumping into hangouts and just talking. Man, there were a lot of fucking weird people. Fucking just not even like just assholes, but just people who would like want to start shit for no fucking reason. The kind of drama that's just fucking cancer, Like the biggest kind of cancer. Drama for no fucking reason. The intent of like both parties having fun, just you trying to have fun at the expense of someone else, Like not like Medicare style, but like it's like genuine. What the fuck is genuine? Genuine animosity, Where it's like somehow this guy genuine animosity towards someone, Medicare, he's not really Mr. Medicare isn't the kind of guy who just unless you're talking about Ross, personal hatred towards anybody that he talks about, except for people like Ross and probably, Nick Bate, fucking pedos and kids, especially if you're like fucking effing Ross, Jonathan Roth. Fuck! Jonathan Ross. the pedo who's volunteering to work with children. It's one thing if you're a pedo, but you fucking learn they should not be letting you near a fucking school. Fucking the bathtub fucking Medicre's channel, Rub-a-dub-dub. Oh my god, bathtub boy. John, what a fucking crazy guy. Like, as Medicre said, it's very rare that you find somebody in real life who will actually re for you. Ross is just that person. He will re for you in real life. He will fucking re for you for real. Like the Ross, where he's just like, that fucking video is gonna get fucking flagged no matter fucking what. He's just like, like he didn't even re so much in that first part, but it was basically, a re, just a guttural fucking scream from like some autistic cringy guy. But then there was actually one where he pretty much sounded like he was actually reeing, like, but it was more. It started off like like almost some, like a weird parody of that fucking grunt that Tim Allen improvement. Man, Jonathan Ross is one hell of a guy. Like he actually rees for you, and it sounds more like that, that weird kind of thing that Tim Allen does in Home Improvement. Like, wow. I have no idea what the hell is wrong with a guy like that. Like, how the hell can you get that fucking deranged range from talking to yourself all day, like me? I'm just talking to myself right now. I have 0 viewers and I'm talking to myself about Jonathan Ross. Might just cut it up or whatever and just like edit it into little parts or videos. Ugh, man. Like, I mean, like he wasn't doing stuff like the Nick Bate guy who was making a fucking music video or whatever about him like liking like little kids and shit. I think that was him. Nick Bate did that video. Was he talking about his sister? I don't know. But yeah. Jonathan Ross, though, is cringy in his own right, especially the fact that he actually rees for you. Like the way he screams and shit all the time, just deranged fucking animal. But in the whole when it comes down to Jew Wario, right? Everybody Wario did this, he did that, and condemning the guy to that. But here's the thing. All I've seen so far is a Google document, right? About 2 girls recounting their time with him, But I'll be damned if I'm going to believe, just a girl who recounts her like every other fucking girl who ever comes out against like somebody, Like if it's like seriously, I'm not going to jump again for that because like we live in an era, right, where we live in an era where people will just start claiming stuff about you if it'll get you 15 minutes of fame or if it'll like, talking about a person, like that. I mean, I don't doubt that Jew Wario might have done some shady shit, but I'm not going to sit there and claim he was a fucking pedophile molest evidence. 2 women saying he did this and that to me or saying what they saw is not evidence. It's just allegations. Like how many more times do you have to like see this kind of shit before you start to realize, okay, trusting bat is not the wisest thing to do. Doubting her would maybe be an asshole move, but saying, you know what, I'm not exactly gonna just yet. That's not a bad thing, okay? That's just having standards. Like, if you don't have standards for evidence and you just like believe people because they come out against somebody, I mean, hell, I'll just fucking say you raped me. Okay, you can't prove me wrong. You don't know. People don't know. You could have come to my house and been friends before, and you might have stuck your fucking dick in me. You know, you packed your goddamn meat right into my asshole. You know, you fucking raped me. You fucking bitch. Yeah, no, they don't fucking know. You know, it's like supposed to be innocent till proven guilty, right? Based on their word alone, that's you following the rule of guilty until proven innocent. It's not proof, okay? I mean, you must think really highly of yourself if you think you saying something is the equivalent to, shit like that. I mean, Jew Wario, for all I know, maybe he did some shady shit, but I'm not worst shit you can come up with about him. Like, for example, Harvey Weinstein, he was proven through audio, right? An audio recording to be a fucking creep. He has really creepy ideas and really creepy desires and fantasies. But that wasn't enough to call him a fucking rapist. Tell somebody a rapist, you got to have proof that you were forced to do shit. Okay? That's what rape were forced to have sex. Okay, if somebody offered you money in exchange for something and you say, "Oh, that was me being raped. That was forced." My money? No. You chose to fucking take that money in exchange for your fucking pussy. Okay, you weren't fucking raped. You're just a fucking slut. Okay, class A whore. And nothing wrong with that. But you can't go calling because you regretted it later down the road. Okay? You chose that at that time. That was you in your normal state of mind at the time, and you chose. Okay? So I'm not going to believe just, two girls because what? They're girls. I should just listen and believe. It's fucking hilarious because most about this shit, they're people who don't want to believe Anita Sarkeesian because she didn't have proof that, she was like being targeted by like a sniper or some shit, or who. Hold on, no, that was somebody else. Some Asian chick, right? And they were like, "Oh yeah, an ex-pro sniper is he threatened to kill you." Yeah, okay, you didn't really show any proof of that, okay? That you were actually being targeted. I think maybe she might have shown like tweets or whatever, but no proof that there was any guy out there actually trying to kill her. Or like all Anita Sarkeesian, she probably like makes a few claims of stuff like of herself. They won't believe her, but they'll believe they'll believe all because they awesome, right? So they're gonna like jump on the bandwagon to hate Channel Awesome. It's fucking hilarious how one moment they have standards, but during things that they have a personal comes to people they have like a personal grudge against or whatever because of like who they're labeled with or whatever, Channel Awesome, then suddenly those standards fly right out the fucking window. So you won't listen and believe then, but you want to listen and believe now. Like, you can go fuck yourself. Okay, that shit's supposed to work. It's stupid. It's like I mean, so far, no, right? They just show me a Google document. That's all I see. Like if you showed me like a chat log of him talking to Mike Machado or something, talking about how he did this shit and he confessed or whatever, then yeah, okay. But there's me just recently, just like a few hours ago, I think. Like, well, why don't you get his confession? Go get his confession. Yeah, okay, a confession from a dead man. He fucking killed himself a long fucking time ago. What fucking year are you living? Ugh. What fucking year are you living in? Okay, it's like You don't live in the year. Did he kill himself in like 2013? I don't know. He fucking killed himself. How am I gonna get a confession out of that guy? You can't. Okay, not from a dead guy. He's fucking dead. What am I, a necromancer? Okay. From that anime Korewa Zombie Desuka Euclid. Yeah, Euclid Hell Scythe. Korewa Zombie Desuka. Is this a zombie? I'm Euclid Hell Scythe all of a sudden. I can't fucking talk. I can never fucking talk. My tongue doesn't want to work. I'm Euclid Hell Scythe. I'm a necromancer. Jesus Christ. I'm a transgender now all of a sudden. Holy shit. Garbage. Okay. Like, if I'm going to ask you, right, for more than just a document of saying, oh, well, he raped me or he molested me when I was underage, like, if you're going to expect me to believe that that's proof, okay, you can go fuck yourself. People who I've seen talk about like SJWs and shit, okay, you're being a fucking SJW then. If you like fucking have this kind of standard, you're just the other side of the coin. You are the other side of the stupid. It's like when people say the left is no different than the right, they have a point. Okay. A lot of the people on the right, they're just the other side of the talk. If you don't fuck, I'm about to break a goddamn glass over somebody's head. Holy shit. Go outside, take a glass and just like smash it against somebody's fucking head. Yeah. I got I got a bottle of e-cig juice. Bam, smash it and give them the worst case of nicotine high. Absorb it through your skin, man. But yeah, the other side of the coin. Fuck you, bitch. God damn it. The other side of the coin, that's what they are. It's just stupid. That's also why I don't like politics a lot, because talk about it too much, like directly. Like I might like make a joke or something like in an anime review related, that's like slightly related to politics in some way, but never like outright just make too many videos talk video on election day or something. Like in the 2016 elections, I said like, well, I think we're all fucked anyways. Doesn't matter who. Each one of them's got some shit going on. Don't trust either of them. Don't trust even if it was Bernie Sanders, don't fucking trust him. Okay, they're all fucking scum. All right, that's what Washington does to people. It's like what Hollywood does to people. It turns them into scum. Yeah, they're all fucking scum. They have a way to turn you into scum. Down to either like they give you more money than you can count, and they're like, we'll keep giving you money if you do what we want you to do. Or kind of power, just fucking drives you mad. Having that much power is never healthy. Not for one single man. The only thing you can really argue is at least Donald Trump, it's not too much of a change from his previous lifestyle. He was already fucking rich. He already had, I guess, a lot of power in some way. Just not the kind of just not political, but still. So it's not like he changed much. Oh boy. But yeah, anyway. Oh. Yeah, apparently I have. Oh, hello, Crazy Dre, Crazy Dre Gaming. I don't know how to say crazy with two Z's. Everyone, I don't know. It says I've got 3 viewers, and I don't know who's. I don't know. I've been sitting here for the past probably like a 30 minutes talking to myself like a lunatic. But yeah, I've been just sitting here talking to myself like a fucking retard, like just sitting in front of a mirror, just like, yeah. So did you hear about? Yeah, of course I heard. I'm you. I'm your fucking reflection, man. There's actually a channel that didn't die out, on YouTube called TV Maxwell. They initially they made what got them popular was a video of one of them when they were kids, they made a video of a kid who got like a birthday for not a birthday, I think. Yeah, for his birth and suit. And the first thing he does is when his mom asks him, "What do you want for dinner?" "Max, what do you want for dinner?" "Justice." And he out on camera. And it's not like he didn't really choke her out, but it's like fucking it was hilarious. Oh my god, that shit was funny. Fucking shit. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, basically that's what got them popular. But then they started doing videos that were a lot like the quality of the camera was better. The quality of how they framed their shots and the way they did the camera work was better. But man, their videos were just balls to the wall crazy sometimes. Like they had 2 videos, one called Wake Up Buddy and then Bedtime Buddy. Wake Up Buddy, I don't know, some kind of supernatural entity taking on the form of a human being coming out of a guy's closet to wake him up. And he wakes him up by screaming. Let me see if I can get the fucking link for you. Let me see. Wake up, buddy. There we go. I think that's it. Man, this shit is fucking hilarious. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeehaw. I don't know. It's fucking hilarious. The shit that they would do. Yeah, I do already do that. I mean, I promote all the time, even while I'm streaming. But I mean, I'm not gonna just post it and then think that it's no different whether I post it before I go live or when I do go live because I don't know who's gonna fucking watch. So I might as well just go live and then share it as I'm streaming. I mean, who am I going to promote it to? I mean, it's not like I've got the pull of PewDiePie, right? Or even a guy with like 10K subs. I still only have 500. But hey, still, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad compared to what I used to be. But I still don't have the. Hey, I'm going to be streaming, and then I'm going to be expecting at least like 10 people to show up. No, my streams right now barely get like I don't know. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, those guys, TV Maxwell, they were one of my favorite channels, right? They did some really fucked up shit that was like fucked up in a good way, funny shit. Them, and something else, some other channel. I forgot the name of. Holy shit. But yeah, basically, there was that one. Because I think the last video they posted was like TV Maxwell, like probably like back in like 2015. No, hold on, 2016 or so. Yeah, like 2 years ago. And they would post like infrequently, I guess. Like, I don't know. Damn, I don't know why they had to leave, you know. Apparently from what I heard that like I don't know, they might have like the two people running the channel might have just go their separate ways at some point, but yeah. Really really sucks, man. Really disappointing. Hello there, Death. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with me. I don't know, you know, still sleep from their hangover. I mean, you got headphones, right? You don't, you know. I mean, unless you wanted to join in the call, the actual voice thing, because I don't know. I mean, or Death Hound. Okay, I called you Death Sound. What the fuck is wrong with me? Holy shit, ain't right. God damn. But yeah. No, I don't care what time I'm running live streams. I'm mainly doing it for you know, because maybe subscribers of mine are like late night around somewhere around the world or whatever, and you know, I just do it whenever I feel like doing it. That's up or whatever. Take little tidbits out and make a video out of it or something. But yeah, you know, I was talking like earlier about like Jew Oreo, right? You know, the whole fucking shit with Channel Awesome. Like, there's a lot of people I know. Look at that Google document, and that's all they need. That's all they need to just condemn somebody. Feel like a lot of it is just because they don't like Channel Awesome, and that's fine. But you know, you're gonna call somebody a child molesting. Have to have more than just some allegations against them. Like, I mean, if you're gonna believe two women just because they called somebody a rapist, document, then and that's all that somebody people have shown me. That's all they point to. That and some dumb speculation they have. Where it's like they've got the Google document, they share it to me and they'll be like, here's your proof. No, it's not fucking proof. It's you being basically just a fucking loser. Okay? On her word alone. And a lot of the people I talk to have even criticized people believing women on their word alone. Yeah, thanks for joining the Discord. Uh, I don't really have any roles to give. I mean, like a fucking Patreon thing where it's like, if I get big and I don't have a job yet, like if I get big before I have a job, then I'll probably fucking Patreon because you know, then that'll be like Patreon roles. But I'm not really gonna bother making roles or whatever. No, unless you know somebody starts posting spam or some shit, like spam and gore. You know, but that's it. Nah. But yeah, yeah. And I don't know exactly who you are in the Discord because like I'm reading here and it's like most people don't, you know, Discord, they don't typically post on the Discord, so like some of them used to and some of them hardly do. But that's, you know, I don't post there myself all the time. So I can't really blame them. And, you know, like when it comes to making videos, usually whenever I'm not like posting on Discord or just talking on Twitter, I'm trying to think about videos that I want to make. But like basically like yeah, I don't like on Discord. Like I've joined with like fucking 30 fucking Discord servers, you know. I'm just aside from my own, I've got like I'm joined onto like tons of them. So I'm just like I had to purge a few, you know, cuz I'm like okay, I'm not going to be like bothering with these guys anymore cuz it's like I'm usually fucking just sitting around choking my goddamn chicken, right? Just jerking off and thinking about videos while watching videos. You know, trying to look at videos, trying to draw some inspiration of how I might be able to perfect my craft. Perfect it per se, but like just get it, you know. Like if I get like basically the point is that if I first before I get a job, it's only natural that somebody would want to try to make YouTube their job. It's really all about what you get first. Big first, why not just make it your job? If I don't get big first, it doesn't really matter. I'd have a job. But the thing about like most jobs nowadays is, you know, like when it comes to like this kind like getting a regular job, you know, it's just a lot of them you have to like have connections to. Like for example, if you want to get Walgreens, you know, you have to have like 6 months of at least 6 months of experience, right? And how the fuck are you gonna get like what experience in what? They don't say, you know. It's like experience working at Walgreens or experience working in like fucking stores. Like I mean, most jobs do that. I've seen you a lot on Seth. Ever post on Seth's Discord. I only ever talked like in VC once when somebody asked me to jump in there. Because what happened was that it was in the beginning when Seth was like begging what to debate him in his VC. But then like the unknown otaku, this other guy, was like, well, I know somebody else who might be able to join. So I jumped in there and started and talked to them or whatever. He was like, well, debate me, bro. He was asking what to do that, you know. Otherwise, I don't tend to post, and I don't really have posting on Seth's Discord. Seth. I say Seth. Fucking hell, my fucking tongue. No interest in a fucking Discord like that. Okay, like goddamn. Like you look at the rules, right? And I think it still has it. Let me see. There's like a goddamn Bible of Seth, right? Oh my god. Like there's an actual Bible somebody wrote about Seth the programmer. And I'm just like, no, what, they weren't kidding. There's a Bible, and it is the cringiest shit I've ever heard of. God damn. Like, what? Wow. Cringiest things I've ever seen. Okay, that Discord is like, it's just so much, all the power usually is really cringy to begin with. Because it's like, it's just so stupid, okay? Like, a lot of power skillers will be like, I'm trying to use science and shit. Like, no, don't use fucking science, okay? Using real life science in this shit, okay? It's a fictional world with fake superpowers, you know, okay? It's like basically put imagine trying to use science to explain wuxia martial arts films. Wuxia is the genre of martial arts films from flying around, you know, gliding in the air, like slapping swords around and shit. Like those super martial arts movies and shit. You know, so it's like imagine trying to do that. It's fucking stupid. It is not science, it is magic, basically. Like it doesn't trained to gain that kind of power. That doesn't make it less magic. It's still magic. It's still not something you can take real life science and, fucking judge it by. There's no science behind it. It's just basically power scaling, really just only in reality. Okay, like Goku beat Frieza, so he should be able to like destroy a planet himself. That's how strong he is at certain points. He gets. It's not really going to determine who wins in a fight, and it's not really going to fucking determine who wins in a fight against like other characters. Usually they try to do all kinds of stupid shit. Like, yeah, you could say that somebody who destroys a planet are with another person from another series, but they try to say like stupid shit like Jiren is stronger than time. When the fuck was like hit? Like, I don't know, fucking time. He's just a guy who can manipulate time to a degree. He's not stronger than time. Jiren is just Hit's ability to manipulate time. It does. It's not like you can break through a time barrier and start tearing at it away and like destroy all of time itself or some shit. It's stupid. Just wanking in general. Yeah, it's just stupid. Like Fist of the North Star, How the fuck are you going to apply real world science to Fist of the North Star when in real life these pressure point and suddenly cause them to do all the shit that they do in Fist of the North Star? Okay, fucking exploding their goddamn arms and shit. That catchphrase that they have a lot of times when Kenshiro would kill somebody, they'd say a word, right? They'd say, like, fucking what? How are you going to apply real world science to that shit? Science contradicts Fist. All right. It's fucking dumb. Like in real life, you get like, imagine going to get acupuncture treatment, right? They're fucking poking your pressure points or some shit, or your acupuncture points. Are you going to suddenly explode right off? Or are they going to cure your cancer using that? Like, goddamn. Like, you look at all that shit. It's stupid. It's just fucking fighting. You don't need to apply science to it. Just fucking watch the goddamn action. Narrative behind it too, okay? The narrative is not reliant on science and shit. It's just trying to portray a good fight with the most smallest modicum of, some kind of logic. Like, you could employ Goku in a Super Saiyan Blue state could, control his powers so well because it's perfect key control to where he could still be Super Saiyan Blue and, not kill Krillin, even if Krillin has trained. I mean, logically, yeah, he probably shouldn't be doing that well against him, but he really wasn't doing well against him to begin with. 7 Krillin did. And I mean, if you're, because, and now that it's over, you kind of have to look at it and be like, okay, yeah, if your teammates weren't at least at that level, they would have died. So if they weren't at the Super Saiyan used to test them, yeah, they would have been pointless. You may as well just thrown Krillin and Yamcha, not Yamcha, he wasn't even in the tournament. You may as well Krillin, Tien, and Piccolo out of the tournament. Just be like, we're gonna revive Cell, Deborah. We're gonna revive could they have fucking revived? Jesus Christ. Huh. And even then, even if they were revived, like Cell is the only reasonable person to revive besides Frieza, because Frieza already has fucking golden Frieza shit, right? Because Cell, he could just power up, blow his body off, kill himself, or kind of kill himself, and then regenerate, and it's just keep doing that, So he could have been useful. But it's just stupid to assume that, that you need to worry about why Krillin was doing that well against a Super Saiyan Blue. Okay? I mean, Kale did. With Kale, it's stupid because, they were trying to rip off Broly so much that it was stupid. Like walking right through, as Super Saiyan Blue, Kamehameha, in the same way Broly did. Hell, Krillin didn't do that kind of stupid shit. Power scaling is fucking retarded beyond belief. Like the kind of power scaling you see in like the community, it's just intellectuals, just fucking wanking their own intellect, just coming up with a bunch of dumb fucking win or not win without any real thought as to whether that would actually work or not as like a reason. Like their reasons just never connect together. It's just them coming up with a bunch of fucking shit, calling it fact, and then being like, God damn. Just it's like kills people's brain cells. It gives it makes my sinuses hurt. Like it's like they're on, right? Like they snort a line of like fucking cocaine, or they're on like heroin or some shit before they do these videos. And they're usually the first people to talk about, oh, you make low effort content, man. Like, no, look at your fucking videos, okay? Low effort. You don't have to be smart to come up with the theories that you come up with. Like, it's not that hard, okay? Just takes probably a day of scripting. One day, okay? And then all you have to do is like look for fucking like pictures, put them on the screen, have them cut to other pictures, maybe do a little bit of fade in, fade out, like effects or whatever. The most simple effects that you can do in Winker. And put in like a little bit of music under it, there you go. Okay, that's the average power scaler video. 101's videos, they're better than that shit usually, but they're not that well edited. Not like, they're not talking like, not even like just giga level edits on his videos. Not even that. That Kirby versus Majin Buu was that they tried to say that Kirby can, like, I don't know. They said something about like some like special power or some shit. Like, no. Death Battle will just take anything. They'll take any item and take it at face value, Like if there's an item that is said that, like, that's the problem with like a lot of like power scalers and power level versus debaters or whatever, where they'll take like, for example, they'll take the lore of a weapon and treat it at face value, right? Like it's an ancient weapon, the most powerful weapon in the world, in the context of that anime. But then they'll be like, that must mean it can destroy the universe or some shit. That's the kind of shit they talk about. When it comes to anime, usually it's not that good at setting lores that are and stupid to begin with. Like, for example, when I watch like the Fate series, I'm watching it because, one, they've got some pretty hot looking waifus, and two, decent action sometimes, like Fate Zero had good action. Unlimited Blade Works, I guess, was pretty good. The action wise, the animation. But whenever I try to think about the goddamn story and try to piece shit together, it never sounds like somebody with any kind of working in. Just sounded like they were trying to come up with some dumb reason to have this happen. And it runs like the Holy Grail War. The servants, their whole fucking power system is based around the lore of those heroes, and yet each hero has something in their lore that contradicts the other one, because it's like they all have some kind of ultimate weapon that's like the ultimate, all ultimate weapons or some shit. So who's really who? It's like, are they all the same hero or some shit? No. Just goddamn stupid. The action, and I like some of the girls there. Like a Nero Saber, right? Yeah, the new saber everybody's talking about, who's not but she's new to them. Like, oh boy, she's nice. Got nice two sets of like nice personalities on her chest, and a nice personality to boot. She's nice in the sack too. But that's about it. That's not. I'm not watching Fate for some kind of expertly with so much work and depth put into it. No. Okay, it's like fucking the kind of depth you have going on in Fate is basically the kind of flower symbolism that Chibi Reviews loves, so much. Oh, there's a lot of flower symbolism here. And it's like, well, fuck your flower symbolism. God damn. Is that really all you can talk about? Flower symbolism or symbolism in general? No. Okay. The reason why symbolism is like lowest tier shit you can think of in an anime is because symbolism, anything can mean anything to anybody. Like anything can be symbolism. I throw a piece of paper away on camera, okay? That's symbolism right there. To somebody else, it's like, oh, that's symbolic of something. If you throwing your previous life away and starting anew, you're starting from scratch. No, I'm just throwing a piece of paper away because I don't like the fuck. I'm like, okay, this is fucking shit. God damn. The hell's wrong with my left hand right now? Was I jerking off too much? No, okay, there's no symbolism there about life. Fucking drawing. But that's symbolism to some guy thinking, oh, I intended it to be symbolism. No, I didn't intend it to be. Yeah, Teletubbies is the deepest fucking anime ever, okay? The symbolism there is fucking amazing, man. The color symbolism, dude. The vastness of the human intellect, so many different aspects to your. I mean, despite the fact that every Teletubby is basically the fucking same, except for the color. But, goddamn. That fucking color symbolism, man. Yeah. Yeah, see, shown to have symbolism. I just proved it. I just said Teletubbies, the reason they're differently colored differently is they are the different aspects of the despite the fact that every one of them is just a goddamn fucking happy-go-lucky little fucking kid's character or whatever in it. Okay? There's no real symbolism there, but I could just make some shit up and it would sound just as valid as the goddamn flower symbol. It's fucking stupid. Like, how can you be this just unimaginative? It's like, you just like, oh, flower symbolism. How about you, like, besides looking for symbolism? Like, it's like the anime that I usually like the most is the stuff that has just, it's just up front, okay? It's not trying to be symbolic. It tells you what it means. It's like, yeah, this is what I mean. Sure, there are subtle ways you can go about that, but they don't need to be so subtle that you have to rely on a fucking at it. To where you have to rely on somebody's own opinions and own, like, subjective thoughts. And here's the thing, a lot of anime probably don't even intend there to be any symbolism. I mean, hell, there are people who believe, they're like, oh, Yuri Kuma Arashi, that one Yuri anime with the bears, There's one scene where they're licking a flower, and it's supposed to be symbolic of deflowering lesbians, deflowering each other or some shit. Really? When the fuck do people lick flowers like they lick a fucking penis is being licked the way they do in hentai? Okay, it looks more symbolic of a penis, like it's trying to, like, I don't know, to over glorify a goddamn dick, the cock. All right, it's looking like a goddamn worship of the penis. It's like, and it's standing up, and that's stupid. Holy shit. It's like they just wanted a clever excuse to have a penis in there in some form or another, because they weren't allowed to turn it into a hentai. Be lesbian bears. Okay, well, we're just gonna put a flower there. It's gonna be our penis. They're gonna lick it like it's a penis, but it's symbolic of deflowering a woman, of a woman being deflowered by other women. Yeah, bullshit. Okay. Okay, you don't fucking lick a flower like it's a penis and have it be symbolic of lesbianism. And it's usually the Western fan bases that no. Okay, Westerners do not know anything about anime, clearly. Hell, I hardly know shit about anime. People who actually have any kind of understanding of anime, and usually when they try to like go deep into this shit, they usually get confused and shit. Like when you try to dive into things like sexuality or whatever, like you can't just dive into anything and be like, yeah, that's symbolic of some kind of sexuality. No, like for example, Yuri Kuma Arashi. It's like, why are you licking a flower like it's a penis? How is lesbianism? Okay, wouldn't they be licking like around her crotch, but not like going up and down on that, licking a fucking standing up flower? What does that have to do with it? Is that saying that women wish they had a penis? I mean, some people do, but then it's still over glorifying the penis. Usually a lot of Yuri fest, on the internet, they have this idea that, oh, it's agreed upon that, basically among the internet Yuri tards, that men make everything bad. Male presence is bad in general. And this is something a blown up Yuri tard has said before, herself or himself or whatever. Some guy on Curious Cat I saw, like, yeah, he said, in my seen the fandom, and it's like it's very left leaning, and they have this agreed upon thing for the left on the internet when it comes to left leaning politics, that men make everything bad in general, despite the fact that nowadays most Yuri is written by men and it's written for men. So, and usually their favorite Yuris are really, really generic, really bad for the genre, right? Like just a generic formula, cookie cutter type. Excuse me. Like it's the typical school romance shit. Underclassman meets upperclassman, falls in love because upperclassman is really, really cool to her. She admires her. They say akogare, right? I admire you. And you fall in love or some shit because of that stupid shit. It's no different than it's just generic as any normal romance. Then you have like the Yuri where they try to interject some cringy, edgy plot into it, like, oh, it's a Yuri, but it's got mecha and demons and shit. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make it better. Okay, why not just have the mechas without the just go watch Gundam. Okay, watch Gundam's great because it's got like, it's really good. Yeah, if I fucking cared to play Minecraft, I'd make a video about it. But I don't feel like playing Minecraft. But basically, in general, it can be really generic. And they try to say, oh, well, Yuri isn't written by men for men. No, it's mostly women. It's mostly men. Back in the day, it used to be written by women for women. Nowadays, no. I mean, for example, like Yuri Kuma Arashi. There's literally a scene of those two bear girls, those two girls who are basically those two bears, licking a flower, and it a penis in a fucking hentai. You're trying to tell me that's symbolic of a woman becoming a lesbian or some shit? Bullshit. And your cock being licked by two hot female bears or whatever. Anthropomorphic bears. So it's like the symbolism is the stupidest shit you can have in an anime and expect that to be like intelligent. No, it doesn't take much to make symbolism piece of paper away, and that can be just as symbolic as anything else. That's why it's so stupid to believe that that's such intelligent. So Chibi reviews, saying, "Oh, symbolism, man, that fucking symbolism." Yeah, Kill la Kill wasn't really straight up Yuri. They had some I think they had some undertones, and they had Mako or whatever. And even a lot of people was a shit character, and really she fucking was. From an actual writing perspective, she didn't really have any specialty that could anybody else. Okay, it's not like you couldn't see anybody else being Ryuko's best friend or some shit. 3 other characters who could have filled that fucking role. Mako was just there to be peppy as hell. You could argue that she was entertaining, not a good character from an actual character writing perspective. And like I said, most Yuri in general is written just generically, cookie cutter, underclassman girl meets upperclassman girl, or they try to incorporate some cringy edge shit that has really cringy stuff, attempts at edge, what's it called, Destiny of the Shrine Maidens. They tried to have mecha demons and god. These 2 priestesses are of the sun and moon, and they are star-crossed lovers. They're always reincarnated and fall in love or some shit. Fuck that. Okay, it's so stupid. And the fan base in general for a lot of Yuris, if there's ever a who has any prominence other than being I don't know, a butt monkey or just some one-off character who's there as some background character, they'll treat him like actually written well, or if he's actually helpful to the other people in the plot, they'll be well, he's pretty shitty. Unless he's a goddamn Yuri fag like them, who's if he's shipping the 2 girls together, then yeah, he's a great character because he's their goddamn self-insert, because they're too much of a anything else other than a forever alone matchmaker. It's just fucking cringy. Syria. Yeah. I mean, if you bomb them the first time, if you bomb Syria the first time, why would it be any different this time? It's the people are saying it's a bad choice now. You didn't bomb them the first time. Why are you fucking complaining now? I've seen people complain that who didn't complain the first time. Okay, they broke the rules again. So right. So why would you suddenly say it's a bad idea now? It was a good idea when they broke the rules the first time. Why is it not a good idea now? Fuck. Time they break the rules, you bomb them somehow. Okay, don't bomb their people, sure, okay? Bomb their military bases or whatever. Good. Well, only if they're breaking the rules, though. If they're breaking their agreement, okay? No chemical weapons, please. But in terms, it's just, there's a lot of shit that goes on in the... They love their fucking symbolism to the point where it's they try to overhype symbolism as if it's some super intelligent thing. It's so genius. It's from a genius into well, guess what? Genius. Most geniuses are rare and far and few between, okay? Not a goddamn genius, okay, just because you can make some kind of symbolism. I can throw a piece of paper away and it can be just as symbolic. And then they have fucking power versus debaters and shit. And that is just the shittiest side of the Dragon Ball community. Besides the who complain about animation as if they know how to do good animation or know how to pay for it. Well, I mean, it really depends. If weapons, yeah, they broke the rules. Yeah. They made an agreement not to use chemical weapons. That if they possess chemical weapons, then that's an act of war already. They're not, nobody's supposed to have chemical weapons. It's bad. But when it does ball community. Like the only other thing that's as bad as like the power scalers and shit is like, for example, when Chibi Reviews talked about Dragon Ball Super episode 5, I think he was like talking about how it's like, oh, it's like flash animation, man. Was that flash animation? Like, no, motherfucker. That's not. There's no like, it's not like, oh, that's flash animation. It's like, no, it's just bad animation. But you're acting like it's so fucking surprising. Dragon Ball Z really that good? No, it was never that good. It was just as fucking bad most of the time. Most of the fucking episodes had worse than their best episodes because, hey, that's how you get shit done with it when it comes to long-running anime. Like, clearly they would damn animation companies into the ground. If they were the ones calling the shots, running the businesses and doing all that and deciding how money is spent, they would run those companies into it'd be about as long as Fooly Cooly, which was only 6 episodes. The original Fooly Cooly was 6 episodes long. If Chibi Reviews was the one telling people how to animate and running the business side of things, that would have been Dragon Ball Super. Episodes and you're fucking done. Because you couldn't afford any more. No. The animation companies don't control the time slots. You have to pay for airtime too. So if the companies that control the time slots see that you're wasting a bunch of money, they're going to be like, well, you know what? We're not even going to let you air that shit on here because there's not enough money for more money. I would say I consider it all Dragon Ball in general. Z and Dragon Ball. I call it Dragon Ball Z because that's what people usually refer to it as, and it's like Dragon Ball Z. But when it comes, and as far as GT or Super, I don't really have a special preference, because they're both pretty inconsistent, but they have parts. Like I like Super Saiyan 4, and I liked Goku Black, and I did like some parts of like the Goku versus Beerus, like the animation from like Goku versus Jiren, like a lot of times when it was like that, for example, episode 130, 131, I like those. I like that shit. And the same with Dragon Ball Z, there were parts that I just didn't really care for. Like, for example, I didn't really care much for Mercenary Talent in the present time. Where he's like, they're preparing for the Cell games, and Mercenary Tao is guarding this one guy, this fat fucking crime guy or whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I've got a shelter that will survive the Cell games or whatever, or some shit. Hell, there were 2 cases like that. Goku met Mercenary Tao and Gohan met Mercenary Tao. I didn't care for that shit too much. I thought they were okay, I guess. They were like, but what was the point of it? It was funny seeing Goku trying to solve a puzzle. But that episode wasn't really all that interesting. Interesting episodes that were just there as like basically filler or some shit. Like not like Naruto level filler, but like just still had its own level of filler. So there's no compare. There's really is. They're all the fucking same, except for Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was just a comedy, so you could say it at least did it better because it was just sticking to its roots. Akira Toriyama work in comedy. Okay, Dragon Ball was mostly comedy until like the King Piccolo shit happened. Even with the Red Ribbon Army, it was fucking hilarious. Like you find out that like Commander Red just wanted to grow taller. That shit was funny. Okay. I mean, even TN, when it got serious with like TN, it was mostly just martial arts, And it wasn't trying to be like, it was like, Goku meeting Mercenary Tao. It did have some parts that weren't like exactly that important, maybe, but it was more focused on the comedy aspect than say Dragon Ball Z or GT. Super did try to go comedic, but it wasn't as good in the comedy to me as like the original Dragon Ball. But when it comes to GT, Z, and Super, it's all the fucking same, okay? But if you're still here, Kevin, why did you change names with a plot progressor B? Okay, I keep calling him plot professor B, but plot progressor B. Okay, why'd you Twitter? Why? I don't get that. Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know. I just I found it more cool and shit with like the auto mail and the alchemy. And it's cool. But it was a lot more. It had a Full Metal Alchemist had a look to it. I thought it was cooler just because it was like that. Know. Otherwise, it's like I don't care. It's like I prefer Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't mind Hunter x Hunter. It's not like I hate it or something. I think it's cool. Alchemist better. Mainly Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I have not watched the original in like a long time. Oh, you know, something something I was thinking about today as well was that how you're always able to find the fucking anime sound effects for Dragon Ball Z, but you still can't find the sound effects that they use for Dragon Ball Super. Sound effects you hear when Goku and Jiren are fighting, like where are those? That's what I want. The updated sound. It's like if you're making a video that's related to Dragon Ball Z, like if you're going to make an abridged series of Dragon Ball Z, use the Dragon Ball Z sound effects. If you're doing Dragon Ball Super sound effects. Because I think they match better for Dragon Ball Super with the sound effects that they had. For Dragon Ball Z, it was made for Z, for Z, and it just like the punches work better with those sound the way they were animated, the way it looks, Otherwise, it's like goddamn, it's just so hard. It's like, for example, I can't find the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure sound effects. I want those, I love the fucking the star planet. I want that so I can put it in videos and shit. The only thing that would be fucking annoying is having to like try like people like tell you should credit everything you find. Like, yeah, credit in every video. You know how stupidly annoying it is to credit in every video every little sound effect you use, from one single source, and you just post to that source, and it's gonna be annoying. Crediting every fucking artist, it's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, credit this guy, 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 credit this guy. And you're just gonna be like, oh my god, because it's just monotonous, just doing nothing but researching people who when I'm making a video, I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to take it so seriously that I do that shit. I just want to make a fucking video, have some fun, and there you go. Like if I got big and started making money, then yeah, I probably would start crediting people, just being like, okay, I need to know who made this. So, oh my god, yeah. Episode with another universe Goku. Oh my god. Kamehameha! Yeah, and Vegeta too. Vegeta needs to be screaming that too. Kamehameha! When he fights and why? It's like, why did you punch me in the dick? Will Kamehameha you. That's something. Maybe Team 4 Star should have done. Goku and Vegeta are powering up to fight that army of metal coolers, but then Vegeta's like, Kamehameha! And then Goku's like, wait, hold on. What? You just said Kamehameha. Yeah, so? But that's not the Kamehameha. Yeah, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. The big green dub, and then you got like the fucking Malaysia dub, the speedy dub, Malaysian dub, the Saya people. That's the thing about the Malaysia dub is that it was a direct translation of the Japanese version. They just translated everything directly. Like version in Japanese, they called the Saiyans Saya people, Saiyajin, Saiyajin. So they train Saya people, Jin meaning people or this race of people. Like I think they Chikyu something Chikyujin. See, Chikyujin, Jin, meaning people. So when translated directly, it's called Saya people, or the people of the Saya, the people of planet Saya, or whatever. I don't know. The people of planet Vegeta. I mean, even if they say like planet Vegeta, that's pretty much a translation of think of planet of the Japanese version where it's like Oksei, which means like planet or something. My favorite part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is part 4. I just like in general, it's really fun to watch. After that, I mean, I like part 3 and 2, and except for part 3 a little bit more because it's like it introduced the stands and shit. But otherwise, part 4 is like my favorite. Like, yeah, the other 3 before it don't even compare to me. Like, yeah, I like part 1, 2, and 3, but to me, nothing beats part 4. I don't know. It just is. Part 4 is my favorite one. I really like Josuke and just the overall cast, and the town. It's like it's really a piece of magic. Yeah, I don't know about you though. What's your favorite part? And please don't tell me it's part 8. Oh my god. Fucking Sailor Josuke with I heard he has like 3 testicles or some shit. Like, oh my, come on. Holy shit. How can you do that? Oh my god. Or he has like a fucking nipple, a third nipple or something. I don't know. It's gay. Oh boy. Oh, part 3 was your favorite. Okay. Yeah. Part 3 was a lot of people's favorites because it didn't, introduced, right? And it did a lot of stuff. But it still had a lot of the what you can call it, the initial designs of JoJo where they were like really, really masculine. Like to the point where it's like, wow, what the fuck? You're 17 and you look like 7 or some shit. That's what, Jotaro, like, holy shit. And you got that kind of physique. Wow. Hmm. So, yeah. What else is new? It's hard for me to choose a favorite comedy anime. Like, wow, holy shit. I mean, currently the most current not current anime currently, but the anime I'm currently watching is City Hunter season 1. Pretty old anime. Pretty comedic, but it has some cool moments. The thing about City Hunter is basically the main character. Whenever whenever I'm looking at City Hunter, right? It just makes me think that Hyodo Issei is like a bad parody of the main character of City Hunter. For one, the guy in City, so he's not like a teenager, but he's also really kind of stupid when he's perverted. He acts perverted, but at least with him, it's like he's classier, you know. When he gets serious, it's not some cringy, stupid shit that Hyodo Issei does, where it's like, oh, this is what you think sure and cool. No, okay, he gets genuinely cool. This guy from City Hunter, Ryo Saiba, he has a pretty masculine. Kyoto Issei has like a kind of a high pitched voice. Ryo Saiba has the same voice actor for the original voice actor for Kenshiro, from Fist of the North Star, Kira Kamiya. I'm like, yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He doesn't have some plot convenient superpower. It's like some ancient magic demon or dragon in my arm, and I can do all this shit. Even if I'm weak or something, I get some magic power up out of nowhere. Issei gets so many Deus Ex Machinas, it's stupid. While with Ryo Saiba, it's classier because he's the gun. He looks really fucking cool when he uses a gun. He doesn't need to be like using some dumb superpower or some dumb plot on why he's winning. Like I win, he wins because he's that fucking good. Doesn't try to give some dumb reason. Oh, he has a great power and he's a or some power that like balance breaker or juggernaut drive. No, that's shit. Okay, no. Don't fucking try to give some. The most interesting thing they did was in season 1 of DxD or DD, where they fucking gave him they water on Riser, the Phoenix guy, to weaken his regeneration powers. Okay, that was interesting. It used actual like weak against the villain. With Ryo Saiba, he's just that fucking good. Okay, it's simple, it's good. From what it's simple, and he's cool when he does it. Okay, He gets really stupid, but he can obviously serious when it needs to be, and he doesn't need some dumb stupid reason like a girl to be in trouble. Like he's just really good with the gun. In fact, he's like he basically Rio Saiba's the kind of guy who will tell you that he doesn't like other guys, like he doesn't take, but he says that the only time he'll take a job from a guy is if his heart flutters. Basically, if a guy has something that he relates to or whatever, or that he thinks is an honorable or whatever. But at the same time, I don't think he really would just take any job from a woman. Like, because I don't think he would kill. Like, a woman comes up to him and says, "Hey, I want you to kill that guy." I don't think he would do that per se, even though he's like a assassin. But he specifically likes to fight for justice or something. So he's like an assassin for justice. So he's not just going to kill anybody. Like, it has to be scum that he's killing. And even then, he usually doesn't, he hasn't, except for like some minor mooks that I've seen, like some minor people. Usually, when he's taken on the target of his job, he hardly seems to kill anybody from what I've seen. He only kills like I think like sometimes he kills, but compared to like what you, then he hardly kills. I think from what I remember seeing from when I did watch it, like just like God, because I like at most like the things I've seen him do. Like I think he only kills if he has to. It's not like he goes out of his way to kill. Like for example, in the first episode, he tells the guy, "Turn yourself in or die." Yeah, yes, it is, Professor. It is the profile. It's my it's that piece of art that I had at my 500 subscriber special, with like the fucking smile or whatever. Uh, um, I prefer Cowboy Bebop over Trigun, so you know, Trigun's okay. Not a bad anime in any kind of stretch or whatever, but I just prefer Cowboy Bebop. I mean, I like the fact that the main character Kundo, that's Bruce Lee's shit, where it's like, although I think he tries to copy Bruce Lee verbatim, where it's like the way he fights is just like Bruce Lee. Because the thing about Jeet Kune Do is it's supposed to be you. You take what you know from different fighting styles. Like Bruce Lee specific Jeet Kune Do is him using the fencing styles of like the way they stand, with their back to launch them forward and shit. And he incorporates that with like a bit of Wing Chun and boxing. But yeah, basically that's pretty much why I like Cowboy Bebop, and it's got like some pretty nice stuff. It doesn't try to go too heavy on the symbolism, like too stupid the way like a lot of newer anime do. Yeah, I've seen some OVAs. I mean, I don't have anything against OVAs, so I've seen a few. I mean, like what kind of OVAs are you talking about specifically? Oh, no origami. Oh. I have not seen that, so I've not even read it. I've heard of it. I've seen a few clips of it, but it wasn't something I felt like checking out for whatever reason. Well, I mean, no, you give me a specific anime OVA and I'll tell you if I've seen it. Gory OVA I've seen. OVA. Let me see. My favorite anime movie? Wow. God. I don't see as many anime movies as I do TV series, so let's see. The ones I'd have to pick from that were movies at least were Akira, Genro, The Wolf Brigade, and let me see, something else. It's on the tip of my fucking tongue. Holy shit. I don't know. There was whatever. Oh yeah, yeah, of course. There's always the Spirited Away movies, but that's like fucking everyone's go-to movie. I'm not gonna fucking pick a Spirited Away or like any Ghibli movie. You know, they're good, okay, but I'm not gonna pick them out of just, they're not always with me too much. Like I like Spirited Away. I thought Porco Rosso was pretty nice. What else? I mean, I saw Howl's Moving Castle. I think that was a Ghibli movie, but I didn't really care as much. It was okay. I mean, they're good. They're usually the thing I will say that is proper to say about Ghibli movies is good, or at least decent. But I think people overrate them too much. So where they're like, oh, they're greatest sliced bread. Black Critic Guy. Yeah, I know about him. What about Black Critic Guy? Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's see. Hmm. Talking about Black Critic Guy and how he said stuff like, Tony's having a rough time with his channel. Oh wow, I didn't know about that. He says he likes lollies but doesn't like incest. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Favorite fan service anime? I would say my favorite. Yeah, I've heard of Hayori Nyaruko-san. I've seen it. My in terms of just overall like tits and ass, I prefer like High School DD, High School the Dead, stuff like that. Hayori Naruto-san is what I watch when I want to look at like just overall just comedic stuff. Okay. much fan service as when it comes to like like Monster Musume, that type of fan service. Nyaruko-san is more like it's got a touch of that, but it's service. So like people who like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Kamen Rider, maybe Ultraman and all that. Like when it comes to in terms of fan service, my favorite girl from there has got to be the nurse, the teacher. Like holy shit, the only character who had like physically who had like boobs that fucking big is the nurse from High School of the Dead, because the proportions were evenly balanced out. But she had the hips to match and all that. It was good. She looked fuckable as hell. My goddamn, I just suffocate in those fucking breasts. Just wow. Just, oh boy, like I was looking naked with that girl, that nurse, and just like fall asleep right there and just have her choke me to death with her fucking tits. But yeah, what exactly is happening with Tony? That's like he's having a rough time with his channel, like just like the lolly but not incest. Like I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's exactly having trouble because I don't keep up with Tony that much. I don't tend to keep up with too much shit in the anime community when it comes to like people in the state of their channel usually, unless it's like glaringly obvious, like what happened with Double Four Anime and Filthy Frank and like and all that other shit. But because I'm not gonna watch Tony regularly. Sometimes I watch some of his reviews. It's like okay, not bad. But then I'm like, he's not the person I go out of my way to watch all the time. So I'm gonna have trouble keeping up with him because I don't make it a habit or to keep up with every fucking person I'm subscribed to. Okay, the unknown otaku, the guy I talk to sometimes, he does that shit. He keeps up with a lot of fucking people, and I'm like, okay, I could not fucking do that. It's just a waste of my time. Arrow manga, no. Arrow manga sensei was trash above trash. It was beyond trash. It was the trashiest of the trash. Right? Oh my god, I know Gigako. He loves that shit, man. Yeah. This anime, and so am I. Wow. Yeah. But as far as Orimo goes, I don't think I don't know. I think I might have seen like season like the last like season 2, I guess that was it. I don't know. I mean, I mean, what did you expect from season 1? It's like season 1, it was predictable that he would fucking get into some kind of incestuous relationship with his sister, the way it was going. Like, why would your sister want you to give her life advice through dating sims like that? Yeah. No game, no life. It was okay. Didn't really didn't find it as good as other I mean, I didn't hate it, but I thought it could have been better. Oh, okay. Halo 5 did not actually play Halo 5, so for all I know, it might be the best game ever or the best Halo game ever. I don't know. I haven't fucking played Halo. Uh, you know what? No, I won't take your word for it because you're Gossog, and I shouldn't take your word for it. Okay, probably because that'll also piss you off. So yeah, I'm not gonna take your word for it, man. I mean, if you ask, I'm not gonna take your word for it. Don't ask. Don't tell me to take your word for it, or I won't take your word for it. God damn, I think I played like some Persona games, but I didn't keep up with it after a while. I think the last one I played was like Persona 2 or something. I didn't really care too much for it, you know. I don't see it as highly as other people do. I don't think it's a bad series, but you know, I don't like I don't give it the kind of praise that other people do. Like I don't know, you know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know about Shin Megami Tensei. I played some of the older games, I think. Like I know that a while ago I played like Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, I think it was called, where it had Dante in it from Devil May Cry. That was a while ago. Gossog. Thanks. Yeah. Niegas. Niegas. Yeah. I don't know why you spelt it like that, but yeah. It's niggas. Unless you're trying to say it like stink meaner, you know, like Niekas. Bitch ass Nieka. Wait. Okay, I don't know about that. No. Double four anime did Frank, okay? Okay, like it was a while before Filthy Frank finally dropped off, all right? And Double for Anime did not take down Filthy Frank. Double for Anime lost a hell of a lot more credibility when he started trying to shit on Filthy Frank. Like the way he would fucking talk and shit, you know?
Bill Cosby bombshell, an apparent confession that he.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite AVGN video. It's interesting. I don't know, the AVGN video that I saw the most. I rewatched his Nintendo and his Sega, those 32X and like the Sega CD and shit like that. I watched that the most. And that one, yeah, the Batman one and the Mario Brothers 3 review, yeah. Those ones, those are pretty good. Yeah. I'm trying to think, but that's like, God. Oh man, I don't know. Jesus, anime, like in live action, it really just the problem with live action movies about that are related to anime is that they never get enough time to make the movie and make it proper, and they never pay the right people to do it. They always just get some shitty director or some random ass director who's never or usually doesn't care about it, nor to just direct it. He just reads the manga for a bit and then be like, okay, here you go, you do this, you. Or they'll try to make some new story, but they'll do it in some cringy way by incorporating a bunch of Hollywood cliches into it, and that's you know. Like you could argue that Japan at least does, like for example, does better when it comes to the anime related movies. But fuck, the problem is they don't give the directors enough time, and they never pick the right directors, and the actors they usually pick family. Like for example, like if you're gonna get somebody to pretend to be Goku, to act as Goku in like a Dragon Ball live action movie, get somebody who's muscular, like in his adult years. They'll pick some random fucking skinny ass like currently hot Hollywood star. Okay, no, leave that fucking, I don't know, some random ass bitch, some bitch boy that you picked up, like I don't know, what's that guy's name, Michael Sarah, could like that kind of body and Goku. Okay, get me Christian Bale physique, and then I'll assume that yeah, that's Goku. Oh my god. But yeah, I saw the new Starfire. Okay, she looks like they just pulled some fucking crack whore off the fucking streets. But how do you go from a slightly tanned alien to just a straight up black look ghetto looking hood rat? She looks like she just walked right out of a fucking meth lab or some shit. I don't know. Or like a meth party. And this boy, some white boy who's only got green hair. Okay, he's supposed to have green skin and purple and black like uniform or some shit. I don't know. Or green everything. He's supposed to be green skinned, green everything. You got a problem with the green skin, boy? And Raven looks like a fucking dude, okay? That face looks like a man. Raven is canonically a female. Why are you trying to go against the canon so much? It's fucking stupid. It's just, oh my god, it's brain wracking. God damn. It's stupid because they just do this like transitions from they go from point A to point fucking XYZ. Like you go from Starfire looking in the comic like she just like fucking walked out of a fucking whore house or whatever. But yeah. Cyborg, he's a pretty cool character in like the comics, I guess, but man, I can't fucking imagine what they're doing with them. I've only seen Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire so far. I don't know what their cyborg looks like. It'd be fucking hilarious if they actually turned Cyborg into a white guy. It'd be like, okay, well, you know what? Let's do it like this. We're gonna turn this sort of white looking chick into a black guy into a white guy. Holy shit! Oh my god, that would not be the SJW thing to do. Let me see, new Teen Titans. Oh. Teen Titans live action. Let me see. Like, for all I fucking know, maybe we get rid of John Boyega, the guy from fucking Star Wars, Finn, to play fucking Cyborg. Maybe they're gonna ship fire together. Oh man. For all I know, they probably just pick some random people up and be like, here's $20. You act in our movie. It's gonna be really low budget. Yeah. Good gods. The Starfire, the black Starfire, the white Beast Boy, and the male looking Raven. Yeah, that's all I see, man. Not seeing anything on Robin or Cyborg. Boy. Man. Moral Nikki? What the fuck? I don't know. Black Bullet, I guess, is pretty edgy, but edgy in like a stupid way to me. I didn't really care much for Black. It's like, Jesus Christ. So many lollies and shit, and it's like, God, why do you have a like the main girl is legit 10 years old, right? Why is she acting that way? Why is she trying to convince an older guy a guy who's older than her, like a teenager, to have like, goddamn. Do teenagers normally fucking think about that? I mean, like, or no, not teenagers. Do 10-year-olds normally their first thing on their mind? Like, goddamn. Why don't you give her some dolls to play with? You know, have her like I don't fuck Ken or some shit. Have her exert that kind of shit through like Barbie dolls or something. Like take a Barbie Ken doll and just have them bash their pelvises together, and there you go. There's way too many lollies in that show, and they're all just I don't know up or some shit. Like there's only so many times you can kill characters before it becomes like your only crutch. Interesting to some people, like who's gonna die next, and it's like yeah, this person's gonna die next. Die. It's like no, that's dying does not make for good writing. You're gonna have good writing, and there needs to be a purpose to that person's death. Can't just be because it's gonna give emotion. Like somebody dying, like spend only like a few episodes with the character and then have them die. Okay, like one of the problems with the Kamega Kill is that a lot of the characters, they didn't give you get to know those characters too much. You didn't get to spend very much time with a lot of them, but they just die, and we're supposed to care about them. I don't know who that person is. Some like my neighbor that I barely ever talked to dying. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's sad. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh god. Oh God! Oh, that's so sad. How could you die? I'm so sorry. No, fuck no. Okay, I'm not gonna waste my goddamn tears on that shit. Yeah, it's better than the anime, but that doesn't mean it's just a good in general. Being better than the anime doesn't really mean it's good. It just means that okay, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as the anime. Doesn't mean it's like good. No. Yeah, your Kamega Kill was like average from overall just writing, like the person writing it. Yeah, it was just average to me. Like as Death, okay, she was kind of like hot. She was pretty hot. You know, like I want to say kind of because she has like ice powers and all, but basically she was hot and that was it. I didn't fucking care. Hell, as Death, I didn't give two fucking shits. I mean, death in an anime or a manga when it's like that often, it just loses impact. Like in Dragon Ball Z, if somebody dies, you can just use the fuck revive them. It's not like, oh, where the tension is so high and oh, like no, somebody's gonna die. Okay, then it starts. Stupid. Or stupid. I want One Piece to die. Okay, I'm sick of hearing about it. Oh boy, yeah. Hunter. That's Hunter x Hunter is something that I treat like Berserk. Okay, I don't know if it's ever gonna fucking finish. Just gonna wait for it to finish. Fist of the North Star, though, that's done. That's already finished. Well, technically, I mean, they come, but it's usually just like in between stuff. They don't usually continue from like the end of like Fist of the North Star, like with like Kaio. Yeah, that's the end of it. Okay, like the Land of Shura or something, whatever they call it. You know, I keep mixing it up with like Ashura. You know, Ashura's Wrath, Athra's Wrath, Ashura. You know, but yeah, Shura, the Land of Shura. Pretty sure that's like the end. Okay, there's no more adventure to see of Kenshiro. Like not after that. Not any kind of continuation, at least. You might have like alternate tellings, but you don't have anything canonically that. My favorite romance anime? Wow. Don't think I did like let's see. Romance anime. Goddamn. I didn't watch as many romance animes as other people. Let me see. Maho Shoujo series. Wow. Hmm. This would probably be my favorite, mainly because like it's the one I grew up with. I don't really go out of my way to watch it anymore. But you know, as far as the things that I've seen that I have fond memories of, that yeah. People usually say shit like Madoka Magica, but yeah, good. Okay, it wasn't like they give it way too much praise. Like they treat it like, oh, it's the greatest thing, greatest Maho Shoujo, like sliced bread. Or like they treat it like it's one of the greatest anime of all time. Like, no, okay, fuck that shit. All right, I've seen better anime. I've seen anime is better. Okay, Madoka Magica was like it was okay, you know. But it's like, why do I give two? Why that mommy dies? Okay, it basically tried to pull. It did the same mistake of a Kamega kill, just using like edge factor is like. I'm like, no, I don't care. Okay, at least with Homura, it's like okay, it's kind of gloomy, you know, to see her having to go through multiple. You know, that's interesting. But other than that, no. Other than that, no. I don't care. Okay. Thought the animation was kind of neato. Some neat animations with like the familiars of the witches, and that's it. Yeah, Toradora was probably I top of my head. Toradora. I could probably come up with one that I liked better, but right now all I can think of right now is yeah, Toradora. The World God only knows was harem. You know, it was pretty good for the way it was. It was pretty comedic. It was pretty funny, but yeah. It's probably like the only harem I will say that I genuinely liked without like just cringing at like everything, you know? Like I didn't find it like that stupid like fucking high school DD. I only like that for like the tits, you know? And ass, but that the tits and ass, right? But everything else is just like, okay, that's kind of cringy. The first season was okay, but there were still some cringy parts. I when I watched the Only Knows, majority of it I fucking loved. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I mean, you're just mentioning anime, but you know, I don't I don't know what you want to talk about when it comes to that anime. You just say like my opinion. It's like what about the anime? I've already said this about the main character of High School DD. He's generic as fuck, okay? The only crutch he has to be a character is that he's a pervert. There's no real effort put in. They just slap in ideas and just don't go anywhere with it. Like, for example, it's like for example, in one of the other later seasons, it's like they put on, he has PTSD. He's scared of female relationships because of the main villain from part of season 1 or whatever, who killed him. Like, why does he care so much about that girl to begin with? He only talked to her for one fucking day, and then why is he like, oh, because of her I can't love ever again? Like, bullshit. What a fucking idiot. Hell, teenagers I thought like that. They didn't fucking think that stupid shit. You barely fucking talk to her. It's just bad writing. It's cringy shit that like harem, especially light novel levels of battle harems have. Come up with ideas and try to find some dumb excuse for why that idea is out there. Like he has PTSD out of nowhere. Like, I could understand why that would be a good idea, but fucking hell, you have no potential with that because he never showed any PTSD signs earlier before. That shit doesn't just show up out of nowhere. Like, you remember, oh yeah, I was killed by that one girl. You don't forget that you were killed by the first girlfriend you ever had. Like, fucking hell. And people praise this motherfucker like he's so expertly crafted or some shit. Even if some like harem protagonists that you've seen, that doesn't say much at all. Doesn't mean he's a good fucking character. Just means he has a modicum of over other characters in the harem genre. But even then, he's still fucking terribly written. No, even Kiba person, okay? Like, he's more of a real person than Issei, but that's the rule, all right? Most characters in that show aren't real fucking people. They're written pretty much just to be like Issei's wingmen. Like, everything that they do is related to making to pedestaling Issei, Kyoto Issei higher, Like they have no age. Kiba's the only one who had any kind of thing he wanted to do, like, getting rid of the holy swords. But even then, what about the people around him? Doesn't he have like a girl that he liked? No, of course not. Of course he's not going to show interest because, that the girls in the fucking show are supposed to be for the harem, typically for the harem lead, so that the person watching it can self-insert and believe that there's some god among men. So, of course, the other guys aren't going to show any interest, or they're going to be treated like shit. If another guy shows interest, they're usually going to be called out for being a pervert and be like, "Well, you pervert! How dare you look at me like that?" Like, the girls are going to behave that way, but yet the guy that they're in love with, is a fucking total pervert, and that's all he is a pervert. And it's the excuse like, oh, he's a nice person. He's a nice person. You really think that if you start dating one of those other pervs that they're not going to be a nice guy towards you? They're going to treat you, okay? It's stupid as hell. There's nothing to love about High School DD except for maybe a bits of the first season and the tits and fucking ass. That is all there is. The tits and they praise Issei because he's a persona of degenerates, how much of a degenerate they are. Of course they're going to praise themselves, And yet he never really works very hard at all, right? That's a common trope among most harem leads, is that they never, when it comes to battle harems, especially light novels, all these convenient plot power-ups and shit, and they're just spoon-fed all their victories and shit. It's the fantasy that you can get everything you want without trying much at all. And yet they believe that they're hard workers or some shit. I work so hard, No. He trained 2 weeks with a fucking dragon, getting chased around. At least with Dragon Ball, and other animes like it, they're at each other and beating each other up and practicing fighting and shit, and they're doing shit like they're increasing their training regimen, you know, making it like harder and harder. Like, for example, when you're training, you don't just train for 2 weeks and go back to some lower form of training. Okay, what you do is you train, then you increase. Okay, you have to damage your body to grow stronger. When you build yourself back up, you know, you recover, you're stronger than you were before. Get used to different stuff. You have to upgrade it. Otherwise, you're just going to keep doing the same shit. 100 pounds, you know, let's say you do 100, you bench press that, then one next month later you start doing 200, but then eventually that 200 pounds will start to feel like 100 pounds to it. So you have to do 300, 400, you know, you have to keep upgrading it if you want to get any kind of increase, or if you want to make sure that you still the best. Otherwise, you're just a weak piece of shit. Like that's the fucking problem. Is like these characters are said to be OP, right? But they're only OP their series. If you put Hyodo Issei in Dragon Ball right now, you know, he'd basically be the next Yamcha. If you take Yamcha Dragon Ball, who's trained harder than any of these light novel battle harems, and you put them in those anime, they would have the power level of their final bosses, or more their typical final boss. Like Yamcha would destroy like most of them, if not all of them. Okay, like basically the protagonists of those anime in terms of context and how they are, take them out of and they're just basically Yamcha, an overglorified copy of Yamcha. They're just fucking retarded. And that's the thing about, like, I was saying this about the anime City Hunter. Hyodo Issei is just basically a bad portrayal of City Hunter's Ryo Saiba. Like, at least Ryo Saiba, he's at least classy. He can be classy, and he has that voice. Issei, he's got more of a feminine voice than masculine. It's like high pitched, you know. Ryo Saiba, he has a more deep, masculine, and kind of like suave sounding voice when he tries, you know. It's not just some fucking loser. Yeah, it's like just stupid. But yeah, Ryo Saiba from City Hunter, he's basically actually at least a better, more entertaining version of Issei. Okay, he's better. He doesn't try to come up with some stupid reason why he's winning all the time. He's just that fucking good with a gun. Dude, Issei is not a fucking galaxy buster. What the fuck? No. They try to say he's like infinite or some shit when all he got from that girl, that little lolly dragon, who's like, oh, she's the dragon of infinity or some shit. Yeah, okay. If she's so limitless in power and she can give that power to Issei, did she get kicked out of her home by Great Red? Infinite can't beat infinite, okay? You don't have different levels of infinity to the point where, oh, there's infinite level 1, so their power levels are infinite level 1 and then infinite level 2. No, it's stupid shit. She's not infinite. That's just a fucking fancy title that she came up with. up a thought up a title for herself and started calling herself that, you know? So it's like, no, he's not a galaxy bust a fucking planet so far. He's not even a good fighter. All he does is fucking bash, like, for example, like, it was like a fucking punch or some shit, or he does like a dress break. No, okay? He's not good at fighting. Okay, and if in terms of actual skill as a from Dragon Ball, okay, the early stages of Dragon Ball is a far greater fighter than he is. Okay, he has much better skill in fighting. Just overall skill. But no, it's just stupid. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, he might not be the worst harem protagonist ever, but he's hardly that good of a character to begin with. At least with Naruto, say that shit about a fucking harem lead. Usually, unless they also happen to like High School DxD or DD, whatever you want to call it. I'll call it DX. Not two. Like, I don't know. Oh boy, Kirito. Yeah. Oh man, Kirito's pretty shit. Yeah. Let me see. What else? Just about any light novel protagonist, like for battle harems, you know, like fuck, what was that guy's name again? Chiba, I think that's his name from fucking Mahoka. You know, oh, that was shit. The story writing there was total shit. No, Kirito is a harem protagonist, okay? Just because he has a girlfriend doesn't mean that those other girls are to fucking get in his pants, okay? That is a harem. They want to have sex with him. That is a fucking harem. They want to be his girlfriend. That's a harem. That's already dating somebody, okay? If there is more than one girl who is in love with you, then it is a fucking harem. There is no special requirement where it's like, oh, you have to be dating somebody for it not to be a harem. Oh man, it's a harem protagonist, like really bad, like just holy shit. Oh, man, let me see what else. Another one. I mean, overall, like for example, what's that one? Undefeated Bahamut Chronicles or some shit. The fucking guy from that, Lux or whatever his fucking name is, Lux. Like goddamn. Another case of convenient superpower that allows him to win. That only he has that plot convenient superpower. That one special demon or some shit. These are inspiring or interesting characters? No. They just have plot convenience. Their entire character is that I have a harem because I have powers and save their lives. They have a backstory, but they have no forward going story that happens after. We just learn their backstory and that's it. Boo fucking who? What about now? It's easy enough to create a backstory, but it's stupid that the way they try to think that, oh yeah, this is good story writing. No. What about their present or their future story, huh? All you think about are their backstory stories. Garbage. Just straight up like the kind of like in your fucking like not just any like trash can, but like a big giant fucking suit, like fucking dump, you know, like when those over to the fucking garbage dump and he tossed it all in there. Just a massive collection of garbage there. The smell of that is just the total shit and garbage of one single harem protagonist. That's how bad it is. To where the formula is just so bad that one single harem protagonist is that entire fucking garbage dump. It is that fucking bad. What else is new?
Effort, you know.
Hmm. I would argue that Tatsuya Shiba is so he's not the worst, but he is generic and terrible. Toma is only interesting because he's actually punching. Okay, that's the only reason he's interesting. Shido was comedically likable. He's likable when he's doing comedy, but when serious and shit, it still follows the same cringy shit. Like he has a plot convenient superpower that was given to him. If you've read the light novels, you know what fucking hell. He's not that much better unless he's like doing comedic stuff, like when he's trying to get Origami to not like him anymore, you know? So he tells her get on her knees, dress in a fucking swimsuit, and put on a fucking like a collar or some shit like a dog, and she just does it. But his reaction is that he does like that structure change, and he's like fucking disgusted. But it's not just like him saying, God, that's gross. He's like screams it out loud, and it's like his face of almost like a different kind of artist was drawing the scene. Yeah. That's the only thing that makes him likable is the comedic moments. And it's fucking hilarious. That's about it. As for Toma, no, I wouldn't say he just punches women and that's it. But still has a plot convenient superpower, and he has just like, man, he's such a nice guy. But that's really all they rely on. There's no real reason why they end up liking a guy. You know, it's just guy. He's such a nice guy, and that's it. That's all you can come up with. He's a nice guy. Jesus Christ. And not to mention, when it comes to harems and the harem leads and their male friends, like, or like as Demolition D would put it, the underappreciated glasses coon. A lot of times, there are a lot of those that are like in harem animes. I think, like, oh my god, like, why are these people friends again? For one, the harem girls usually treat these other friends as like pieces of shit. Why the fuck are you being friends with this harem lead? These people are not good friends. Okay. You're obviously a funny guy. You deserve fucking pieces of shit. Go find somebody else to be friends with. Okay, the harem is full of shitty girls who treat. Yeah, I know that it's getting a season 3, but yeah, like harem leads and their harems are usually the worst people you could ever be friends with, because so far all it shows me is that they treat anybody else who isn't like shit. Like if I were that, if I was like their classmate or some shit, or even somebody like having to spend any time around, I would have told him to fuck right off. I would have just like, fuck you. Excuse me? I'm not gonna let you treat me like I'm worthless compared to some other guy just because you're in love with that guy, okay? If you're gonna be like if you're gonna call yourself my friend, you better treat me like I'm not your fucking friend. Don't come to me for your fucking problems. If you're down in the dumps, I don't give two shits. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, the shuffle anime was kind of, the ending was kind of weird. Uh, Objectively, they're not objectively good. You just have to find something you enjoy about it, okay? Like when it comes to harem anime, all rely on it to find girls that you can fap to, girls that are attractive, unless it's like an anime where it's nothing but lollies. Like To Love Ru, To Love Ru, for example. It's fucking stupid. But I would fucking fap to a lot of the girls there, okay? Any day of the week. Holy shit. Lala, there's Lala. She's pretty attractive. Then you got that one nurse who's like fucking stacked as hell. You got the teacher, the homeroom teacher who's like the person who gave her genes to clone, I guess, from what's that her name? I can't even pronounce her name. Or Tier, right? She was hot as hell. But other than that, like To Love Ru, it's just for fapping fuel. Otherwise, fucking stupid as hell. Boy, worst harem that was like had hot girls, like really fucking hot, but had really stupid shit. One of the worst ones that it was like fucking Makenki. That was bad. First season was bad on its own. Second one was probably worse story writing wise, but the art was better. I like the art in season 2 better. After shapes to them. So I was like, oh yeah, at least it's really, really hot. Oh goddamn. Medaka Box it was okay. Otherwise, I don't know. Not bad. Saw it, but you know, it wasn't my most memorable thing. But yeah, I don't know. I saw like they're all pretty much basically implied to be in the same universe as all this other shit, like robotic notes and Chaos Head, Chaos Child, you know, because they're all linked by this one organization that basically orchestrates the villains and all that shit behind the scenes of each one of them. Yeah, I saw Hayate the Combat Butler, or Hayate no Gotoku, people call it. It was okay. I've seen better, but it did make some many references to humorous references to other anime. So you know, there, like for example, there was a one scene where the guy person in the face, you know, Hayate, and he called it Inazuma Kick. It was blurted out, like, or it was blanked out because it was copyright or some shit. But basically, it was a reference to Gunbuster, the mecha anime, because the main one of the main moves that it would do is like a lightning kick or some shit. But yeah, in general, I guess like probably the hair the most is like High School DD to Love, but that's about it. Harem anime is not that good in general. But yeah, I think going and just gonna drop right off. It was nice talking to you all. Bye.